What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another installment of E.B.N Network. Black ass here with another video presentation, bitch. You know, and today is September, man. Today is September. Already the first. You know, a lot of time has passed since this channel was even created, man. I think it's been like, what? It's almost been a year since I've started this channel. But it's crazy how time goes by when, bullshit happens. And you have expectations for shit, but it still goes, not the way you plan. But hey, nigga, that's just life. But on a more serious topic, I want to talk to you guys about something that, it was my main video ideas. And this is church niggas. People in the church. Religion. And my overall opinion about, God and all that shit. For those of you that don't know, I grew up in the church. My dad used to be a pastor, but he didn't exactly practice what he preached. And, before all that happened, I've been baptized numerous times, maybe three going on 4 times. I've been baptized. Every church we would go to as a child, I would always get baptized. And we've been to a lot of churches when I was a kid. My whole African culture is basically Christianity, like our main religion. We don't really go outside of any other religion. And just as somebody who has grew up in the church and knows a lot about the Bible, this is something that I can't get away from. Like Christianity and God and Jesus and just teachings of the Bible have been instilled in me to the point where if I were to turn into some type of atheist or something, that shit would not work, my nigga. Because, if you grew up around this type of stuff, and you had lessons upon lessons that, people passed down to you, it's not going away. And, it's kind of like being, growing up into an identity that you can't get out of. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you were to be born into, like, let's say a gang or something, or you were born in a kingdom. No matter what you do, no matter what identity you try to want to change, or you want to become something else other than that, you can't really do that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't make people think of you as something else, even though you were born how you were, knowing your upbringing. And your upbringing was the whole reason why you are who you are. Even with me, like, Christianity is so inside of me, deeply rooted. I can't escape this, Not like I want to escape this, but if I were to try to become, like I said, an atheist or some shit like that, or just somebody who went to another religion like Buddhism or anything, or Islam, I can't really go to those religions because, it's so ingrained inside of me. It's basically who I am. And I don't really know if I could be something else. But going into religion, Christianity is not, I don't think it's bad. You know, I really don't have anything negative to say about Christianity. Uh, you know, God created man. Uh, you know, He made Jesus and all that. God knows basically everything, and since He knows everything, you know, we as human beings, you know, we try to act like we are gods, and we try to act like we know shit, and we try to act like we, you know the best for even other people, which we fucking don't. I know that just off of, my own life. You know what I'm saying? And people are so ignorant. Uh, Humanity has fucked itself up a few times, and God has corrected it. At the end of the day, God is basically like, you know, telling us what to do and what not to do. It even says in the Bible that God Himself is a jealous God, and we as Christians, we need to know like God's purpose, and we as Hebrew Israelites, we shouldn't really question His motive. Even though we do, it's kind of like if your father were to tell you to do something and you question him, it's like, nigga, he kind of knows what's best for you. Even though you may not agree with it, it's like he's been alive longer than you, and plus he wants to teach you something before it's too late. But Christianity, like I said, it's good. I think you should believe what you want to believe. That's why God made free will. And people have a choice whether or not they want to be Christian, a Buddhist, an atheist, whatever the fuck. With me, what I'm saying is, I personally can't go to another religion because of the religion that I was born into. So, let me tell you niggas why. I'm gonna go into this. Let me tell y'all why I kind of, just my overall experience with the church and where I'm at now with it. As a kid, we moved around a lot. My dad was going to a Christian college. I think a Lutheran Christian college when I was a kid growing up. And we used to move around a lot. The whole reason why he came to America itself was to become a pastor and teach the word and spread the word. You know what I'm saying? And I thank my pops at least for that shit. Third grade, I moved here 2009, and from third grade to eighth grade, Since my device is hot as fuck, so I don't know when this shit is gonna cut off, but to sum it up, third grade to basically high school, I went to a Christian school, and as much as a Christian as I was before, up until third and fourth, or up until third grade to high school, that's when I really got to actually dissect, you know, the teachings of the Bible and how Christians should basically be in the church and how Christians should act towards each other in the church, you know. And you know, when you're a kid, you don't really notice things about people, and so you get older, and you know, as we do get older, we want to live our own lives according to us. We don't want to, you know, listen. Sometimes it's kind of like this. We don't want to always listen to our parents. You know, our parents, they think they have the best for us, but you can only have the best mindset, you know, for only you, you know. Cause think of it as this: who has the more, who has a better plan for your future other than you? You know, who is gonna decide shit for the rest of your life? You know, and so you're like an old ass man or woman. Who is gonna make decisions for you? Even then, obviously yourself. So it's kind of like knowing that in the Christian church, there's this sense of, okay, I know going to church is a good thing, but the people that I'm surrounded by and the lessons that I'm gonna have to learn, some of it, uh, some of it is good, but other parts of it are, sometimes they don't really apply to everybody. And let me tell you guys the reason why I basically parted ways with the Christian church. Since elementary up until, I hope I don't get goddamn copyright. YouTube, please be kind with me with copyright strikes. I'm not trying to get my channel banned, bitch. So, back to what I was saying. Elementary school, man, and high school. It started in middle school when I really started to wake up and realize a lot of Christian people, man, a lot of these church niggas, a lot of these like die-hard like Bible readers and shit like that. Those niggas, like, a lot of them niggas are the reason why I went away from the church. Cause church people, I'm gonna tell you it like this: church people can act like they like you. They can act like they'll pray over you. They can act like they know what's best for you, even though you a grown ass adult that can basically make his own damn decisions. And church people, these niggas will talk behind your back, but then when you address them about some shit, these motherfuckers will lie in your face, making you feel like the victim, even though they're the victimizer, and these niggas are the reason why there's beef within the church. You know. Not only that, my own father has fallen victim into this, where I'm his son, right? Knowing that I'm his son and our family has to be, you know, since we're a Christian family, my dad kind of has to meet this expectation of we have to look and dress the part. If you don't know what that means, you know, if you're like, let's say in the royal family, there's like a high expectation and this benchmark of what people expect them to be. You know, they're expected to act like this, walk like this, talk like this, basically be perfect and shit. in the eyes of other people. And this is the shit that really pisses me off. Knowing damn well that nobody's perfect, especially as a child, nobody should put their kids in that position to make them look like they're perfect, or make them look like as if they have to measure up to some type of standard. And this is what I really hated with my dad. My family was not perfect, even though we make mistakes. Pastors put a lot of pressure on their kids, wife, and community, to the point where if something is just not how it's supposed to be in the church, here comes the pastor blaming the whole congregation, blaming the people that supported him, and blaming basically everybody that attends the church, calling everybody a sinner and shit. You know what I'm saying? And this is what really pisses me off. Nobody is fucking perfect. Nobody's fucking perfect. That's why we have sin. And niggas sin every day. I mean, I fucking sin. You know, your neighbor sins, we all sin. So for a pastor to expect everybody to be like goody two shoes, live a clean, straight edge, narrow path, go on the right path, go on the path of righteousness, they should realize that man is fucked up. Humans are fucked up. We are fucked up people. That's why sometimes I even question God, like, if God knows man is fucked up and just terrible, why do a lot of these things in the background, you know, of these churches and just the economy in general happen? You know, I question that sometimes because, you know, we live in a world of sin and people are evil. There are more evil people to me, as it seems, than good. But with these church niggas, it's like they're fake. They want to believe that if you do all this good to people, if you pray over people, if you go to church every Sunday, without missing a single service every Sunday, that you are the best person in the world. And that is a lie. You're living a fucking lie. You're living a fictitious imagination. Like, a true Christian, in my opinion, is somebody who prays to God and reads the Bible. You know, you don't have to necessarily go to church every Sunday. But I'm going to get to the part where the reason why I stopped going to church. But as far as these church people, as the topic as I'm on now, church niggas, man, like, especially black people, as fucked up as a race of people we are, with the shit we've done, the shit that's happened to us, the reason why we're so fucked up is because of society has been doing this shit to us for years. But damn, nigga, why the fuck you so damn close? Stupid ass. Sorry, y'all. I'm in a fucking like narrow ass road. I'm literally parked on the side of the road where cars driving. black people, we know a lot of shit has happened to us, and the negative effects of that have, you know, terrible repercussions. But as fucked up as a race of people we are, we're the most religious. We're the most like, you know, we go to church. The pastor is sweating his ass off with a towel. You know, we fucking dance in church. You know, praise God, hallelujah, the whole nine. You know, bless you, my brother, bless you, my sister, all that shit. But we're the most fucked up, like, race of people. We do the most heinous shit to each other. Killing niggas in the street. You know, women being sold as fucking sex slaves and shit. You know, children being brought up in these situations. Poverty. You know, all this stealing and shit. All of it. And we still go to church every Sunday and we worship Jesus, who, for some churches, they still got white Jesus, which is a whole nother fucking topic. And we go back and on Monday morning and do the same exact thing over again until Sunday, you know. And that's why, like, I just can't stand church people. Church niggas are, in my opinion, like, it's kind of like two sides of a coin, you know. You got the heads and then you got the tails. With black people, you got the positive and then you got the negative. And we always on that negative shit, you know. Always on that negative shit, man. The way we judge each other and critique each other as if we're not, you know, imperfect, as if we're not, you know, at our best ourselves. We like to point the finger at niggas and call them coons and shit. We like to basically call each other out on our bullshit, but we don't realize, you know, we all fucking make mistakes, my nigga. And we're all human. And this is why God created us in a way. Because we as a race of people, we could only build ourselves up and tear ourselves the fuck down, bitch. You know? And we as niggas, man, we know better than this. But at the end of the day, I do feel like we are God's chosen people. Because the Israelite, or the Hebrew Israelites, I should say, you know, them niggas were black, man. Like, you could go fact check me on this, but the Hebrew Israelite niggas, they were black. You know? What is this car doing, bro? And to a degree, I do kind of miss church, because I miss church for what it is. I don't miss the people. The people are not real believers. You know, the people that attend church, some of them are real believers, but some of them only go there to judge other people, to basically say, I'm way more of a hardcore Christian than you are, and, you know, you ain't shit, basically. And this goes to white and black people. You know. It goes to both races, or anybody that goes to church, you know. It doesn't matter what race you are. But as far as the Christian church in 2022, I'm gonna say it like this. In Africa, going to church is taken even more serious than it is in America. And you have to realize this is a third world country. So niggas are gonna take worshiping Jesus to a whole nother level. Right. In America, going to church is an option. It doesn't matter what fuck shit you did last night. You could go to church, wake up Sunday morning, 8 a.m. service or 10 a.m. service. Some churches have noon services. Some churches have services where it's Wednesday or throughout the other week. But in Africa, church is taken possibly more serious than any other religion, because not only did Christianity start basically Israel, the Middle East, all that shit, but over there, still to this day, it's still like a tradition, and it's still taken more seriously than in the States. In the States, do y'all know what type of fuck shit happens, especially with these churches? Y'all know what the pastors are doing? Y'all know what the Vatican's pastors are doing? Do y'all niggas even know what the Catholic pastors are doing, man? Do y'all niggas even know what goes down in the Catholic Church, bitch? Hey, man, I'm not trying to get like... I'm not trying to get my channel from being blocked, but I'm gonna say some shit, but I'm gonna be very vague about it. And this is just an experiment that I want to know if it's true. I know it's true, but I want to know if the message comes out. And some of you niggas might already know this, but I'll just leave it as this. Sometimes when you have, let's say, for example, a business, and you think everything is going well because you're an employee, until you hear about what goes down behind the scenes, what actually happens behind the scenes, what actually happens behind closed doors, bitch. You niggas are clueless. Some niggas really don't know what happens behind the scenes. And you really have to do some research. You don't even have to dig too deep into this shit, you know, because some of these churches, man, you know, aside from the Catholic Church, some of these churches, it's all about a piece of paper. It's all about $1 to niggas and bitches to holler. It's all about getting the people to fill up the pastor's wallets. How do I know this? I fucking live this. I know this firsthand because... Is that a white woman? Oh, she got a jabroni. I swear, why do you white bitches go for these boring ass fucking scrawny ass fucking white dudes, bro? Like, but on another topic, or going back to what I was saying, like, church is just a cash grab, and the pastor wants his collections, if you know what I mean, you know. everything is done out of getting money out of people. I know this because my dad, when he was a pastor, every day after when church was over, I would go into his office and I would just see a bunch of money on the table. And he told me to leave a few times every time, I saw it. And he told me to you know, make sure to I think he told me to either give an offering or something about when you have the offering, you're supposed to put it in an envelope and give it to the church director or something like that. And that money goes to the it goes to the fucking what was it? And some of you niggas are probably cringing right now because y'all are like, oh, this nigga's supposed to know what this shit is. Nah, nigga, I forgot. I know what it is, but oh yeah, it's an offering. That's what it is. See, I still know my shit, nigga. It's an offering. That money is put in an envelope and given to the main pastor of the church. So I used to question where that money used to go all the time. And come to find out, it's supposed to go to the church. But I feel like the other part of it goes to either the pastor or they save the money and use it for other things. Because the church, man, church niggas and what goes on in the church and just the whole community itself, those three things are the reason why I don't go to church anymore. I still may pray from time to time, but it's kind of like I grew up around this. This is who I am, my identity basically, and this is the teachings of Christ and the teachings of God have been inside of me to where, like I said, if I were to go to another religion, I couldn't, because I know basically everything about the Bible. We used to study literally the Bible in elementary school. As a kid, I used to go to Sunday school every morning. Going to church every Sunday twice. We'd have afternoon church and then church from 10 a.m. to I think 11. So it's like, and plus I used to watch like all those like Sunday school cartoons and all that. Everything is just Christianity. And I commend my parents for teaching the ways of God and all that, because they too have been Christians for the majority of their lives. But it's kind of like I can't walk away from this shit, man. Like, I know the ins and outs of like just how church people are, and I would say since I was a kid till now, a lot of stuff have changed for the worst. For the worst. There was a fashion show inside a church. I forgot where this was, but it's on YouTube, I think. just look up fashion church, a fat, excuse me, fashion show inside church, and you could actually see people walking in the middle of the aisle, in front of the altar, posing with dresses and all that shit, and posing with expensive like jewelry and shit. You know, this is literally inside church, my nigga. And that is the reason why I don't go to church no more. Uh, you know, church people, I can't stand these niggas. And if you ask me, if I were to go to church, I'd have to go to one where nobody knows who the fuck I am. But knowing that, people will just judge me and wonder, who is this black guy? You know, why is he here? You know what I'm saying? But I want to thank y'all for being basically watching me in this video. You know, support my fans, man. I fuck with y'all to the fullest. Christianity, man. Like, I believe in God, and I've been riding with Jesus for before I even came out of the womb. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you ask me, nigga, I've been beat over the head with the Bible, because that's how much, like, it hurts so much to where I fucking know that shit by heart, my nigga. Every lesson in the book, like, the whole nine, like. But I'm out, y'all. It's hot as fuck. I'm about to go back to work. It's been like 2 days since I started working. So I took a break from doing homework because your boy's back in school. So I'm not on that fucking trying to get my money shit. I'm just trying to, you know, get my shit done. But black ass the fuck out. Peace. Support Allen Iverson, nigga.